but Downloader has plugins.
Mm-hmm.
So can we look forward to new plugins with Downloader, and what would they do?
Could be. I could
Right?
be. I know there's what is the
There's a browser plugin.
there's the browser plugin,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, even something beyond the plugins, there's been that one, and I hate to bring up the rumors. There's that one big rumor that they keep talking about. Oh, Amazon's gonna lock and key, no more third party this and that. And it's like, wait a minute. He just went back to AFTV News. He has a very good connection with them.
Yeah.
He could be adding more plugins, which more stuff could be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me personally, I know this is now conspiracy theories here. I don't see Amazon turning off Downloader. I don't see them saying, you know what, we're done with Downloader.
No.
Especially if they were going to be working with him to say, hey, we could do both.
And you know what? He admits that in the article. He says they want to continue working with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said something along those lines in the article as well too. So I think it's all kinds of goodness. I am so happy to see this. Like we said in the beginning, Troy Point, he loved the application, left it the way it was, just changed the logo. Now, what's his name? Elias is back, and even if it's just cleaning up the code and making it run faster. Right? Do you remember back in the day when you had different versions of Downloader for different devices?
Oh, yeah. It's this version and this version. And this
yeah.
Oh,
so, I mean, I guess not a lot of people will remember those depending on how new you are to the streaming community. But, I mean, without constant development of applications, we could still be sitting in that. You might need a different version of Downloader for the NVIDIA Shield than you do for a second-gen Fire Stick. And you got to remember all this stuff. But with constant development, you can make an application be multi-platform or multi-device compatible, right? So having the developer back, it gets me excited. Even though it's such a simple application, I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah.
So
it could be very interesting what future can come out of those plugins, because that's the one thing he said, that he missed creating apps, and he missed pushing the envelope and what he can do. So it's kind of like cool. Like, now that you have that freedom, what are you thinking? You know?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I'm definitely going to be following him on Twitter and his blog. I love reading about stories like that and what's up and coming, and being a content creator. People look to us for that information as well too. Not everybody wants to follow all these different platforms and all these different places. They really just come to us because we can kind of put all the information in a nice little plate and just hand it to them, right? So, I mean, I put out a lot of information on my platforms as well in social media, a lot more than I do on YouTube. And I think a lot of people enjoy that, where instead of having to follow Real to Brit and AFTV News and everything else, they can just scroll through my timeline or my posts and they see everything there and they're good, right? But then you have the people that are really passionate about it, like us, and we'll follow everybody everywhere because we want to know the first.
Want to know the first
breaking news.
Yeah. Now, the last thing I will leave with this is just going to the very bottom end of this article. So the last article here, or the last paragraph here, says, given that I now have a lot of inside knowledge about the Fire TV and the exciting things to come, even though I know that you all want me to spill the beans, there are obviously certain things that I won't be writing about, namely leaked or unleashed information. So there's definitely stuff coming down the pipe that he's excited about. Even if unreleased or leaked information about Amazon devices surfaces somewhere else, completely unrelated to me, I still won't be discussing it here because that can be seen as adding credibility to the leak. I hope you all understand. The good news is that it won't affect the site too much, since the focus was always about helping everyone get the most of their devices, and that absolutely isn't changing. I think that's very important right there. So
it shows a level of professionalism. It really does. I mean, for myself and for you, I know for sure we want to, break the news to everybody. But because of, even if it has nothing to do with him, if he was to share an article, he could be looked at as being linked to the information that's being leaked. And then he could end up in legal issues. So it's such a moral battle because you're so excited to find news like that and you want to share it. but you know, if you do, you can end up in legal issues, and you'd rather have the longevity of your passion and your business versus anything else, right? So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.